Vader's made 2?
Yes.
Darth Maul made 2?
No. He was losing his lightsaber all the time.
Who?
Remember, he got smashed in half in the second one, episode 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's true.
He was a bum of an idiot with that.
What? What?
He probably had like 14 different lightsabers.
Vader was a Vader was a lightsaber loser. Obi-Wan's like, dude, where's your lightsaber?
Because, like, think about it. When he got the, you know, when there was the chong, and he pulls it out, he's like, oh, Obi-Wan's gonna kill me. Like,
It's because he keeps doing it.
Or not again. Obi-Wan's gonna kill. Like,
Oh no, not again.
always losing his lightsaber.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
They got stuck in that one Padawan.
Oh. That was too much, man.
What, killing younglings?
Yes, killing.
He at minimum had 3.
At a minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah. That's the actual path to the dark side. Is constantly losing your
Third
lightsaber.
lightsaber, you're out.
Jed, don't. That's what you are right there. That's what that is.
Why would I be a member of the council? Because you keep losing lightsabers.
That's why you won't ever be a master. Master where your freaking lightsaber is, and maybe we can talk. Oh, that's funny.
Can't I?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Keep losing your lightsabers. No, he went
I'm
through
just
much.
saying.
He went through too many of them.
Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm the hardest working man in comics, Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town.
Yes! Yeah. Dude, I'm getting you a crown. I swear, I'm getting you a crown.
A sweet one.
It's gonna be dope.
Oh
You're
my
gonna have
gosh.
to cock it to the side and wear a Coochie sweater like Biggie.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You know what? That's the mural that we need. I need a mural of you as Biggie Smalls, boom, on the back wall. Let's do it. Make it. Yes! Jeremy, my man. All right, so
A lot of books.
what in the world happened? Why are there so many books this
I don't
week?
know. It's a 5 Wednesday month, which means intrinsically there's fewer books
Spread
per week.
it out.
No.
They threw up all kinds of books out here. I walked in, I was like, we're not, like, I had to put 2 books back.
Yeah.
2 back. Like, that's crazy. All right, so what do we have? Do we have anything that's the same?
Up top, we've got Strange Skies.
That's it?
And then, when we go to the acrylics, I think 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. Okay, where do you want to start then?
That's a toughie.
Yeah, don't even look over here. We got to talk about the Fuhrer and the Tramp. Let's be honest.
Right.
I was trying to be polite, but come on.
All right, this is something that originally came out through Kickstarter, and it was black and white, but it is now getting a full color rendition done.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's super, super cool. It is the untold story of Charlie Chaplin, Errol Flynn, and other people fighting Hitler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. So it's every bit as priceless as you can imagine. It's got kind of like the AfterShock Rough Riders kind of vibe going on, but yeah.
This is okay because you said AfterShock and Rough Riders. I immediately went League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So in that same vein, but
Yep.
real people.
Yeah.
So Rough Riders. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. Does this explain why Charlie Chaplin had like the Hitler mustache?
Yeah.
Let that be a thing. Story. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Its eyes are nominated.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I'd heard about it, and actually I had this copy
Right.
from one of the creators that were in the shop.
Word.
Yeah, and they're like, is the owner here? Like, well, it depends who's asking.
Do I owe you money?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, does he owe you money?
Yeah.
What do you? That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Did he sign that?
No.
What, you had the
I'm so bad at stuff.
It's okay.
Oh.
Next time. Come back in. Please sign the book for Rye.
Because Rye's stupid.
Not stupid. He just didn't think about it. He was so excited to meet you that he didn't even think about that.
And
which
he's
happens.
dumb.
You just
Not
couldn't
bright.
do that.
It's not bright.
I would not say that about you to your face. So
He still thinks that the sharpener thing in the 64 box of crayons was the crayon's belly button. Like, I'm not a bright person.
Hold on. Now I was going to talk about a book, but we're going to have to address that right quick. Hold on.
It's the box's belly
It's
button.
the box's.
It's not a sharpener.
What are you talking? No, you don't sharpen stuff in there. It's where he was born and the
Yeah.
umbilical cord.
It's biology.
Listen, you make me so happy. I just want you to know this. Like, 300 episodes in,
Still,
man,
still
the magic is still there. It is still there. Let me just tell you. Oh my God. Speaking of magic, Touching Evil #2. Dan Dougherty, my guy.
Source Point.
Dude, they kill.
Which is actually, I think Source Point's going to be the
Are they
one.
picking that up?
Yeah, I think so.
Dope.
Yeah, Source Point.
Yeah. Okay. See, Source Point is taking it over, man. I mean, literally, that state up north is doing big things. Dan is actually from Chicago, though.
Oh.
And again, this story is continuing the story of this attorney who gets off a mob boss, but then gets this curse transferred to her where her touch kills evil people. Right? You can see how that might be a little tricky.
Yeah.
But the fallout of the first issue, where everyone is learning the actual ramifications of this transfer, it's going down, and it's really dope in terms of like pseudo murder mystery with that supernatural edge to it. This is your cup of tea.
Yeah, I was going to say that
Hardcore.
sounds real interesting.
Hardcore, and I do believe because these are technically reprints through Source Point. There is a trade paperback out, and I want to say through Kickstarter, there's been the second volume.
Oh,
actually.
really?
So yeah, some good stuff. You'll want to get that. You want to get all over that. All right, what else we got? What are we going to talk about?
Alrighty, we're going to go one of the new Hill House books.
Oh, nice.
Laura Marks, Kelly Jones, Daphne Byrn. It is
It's like a very simple name.
and it does not really let you know exactly how into the darkness you're going to go. Kelly Jones, his art, or their art is just
Man.
absolutely amazing.
Okay, so you, like me, have no idea if Kelly Jones is a guy or lady?
That's correct.
I've never known. Because this is the same Kelly Jones did Batman with the long
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah.
Always questioned. Had no idea.
All right. Takes place during the time period where people thought, or spiritualism, where like, oh, we can talk to the dead, we'll have seances, blah, 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 blah.
Like on purpose?
Yeah, but it's what's interesting is, much like in real life, the spiritualists were faking it and they're trying to make money.
So it's Ghost. It's Whoopi Goldberg. Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
But there really is this afterlife, this undead realm,
Oh.
and she is gaining
Oh,
access
that's
to
not
it.
okay.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah, and she doesn't know what price she's actually paying to talk to her dad again. So.
See, there's things that you just shouldn't play with. You should not play with them.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't, but they don't. So that happens. All right, so star number 1. I've been seeing this cover a lot and really like it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm curious. I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm just gonna check it out and see what's up. So we got Kelly Thompson as writer, Javier Pena, and Felipe Andrade on art. Okay, so I had no idea the backstory here. So this young lady has an Infinity Stone in her chest that could be problematic, period. Especially being that she doesn't actually know how to use it.
Yeah.
So while she looks very superheroic here, that's not all the way that she's been presented.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. Like, so with this setup, she seems kind of like a loner.
Yep.
She seems very powerful, despite the fact that she doesn't necessarily know how to do this. She doesn't really have a reason to stay here on Earth, and I'm curious as to why that's the direction. She has every reason to not be on Earth.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why she's still here. Like, I mean, maybe that's just me, but like,
Yeah. Oh, there's not a lot with this character. A little bit from Captain Marvel,
right?
and that.
That's literally it?
That's it. So
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, I thought I was missing more than that.
No.
Okay, all right. That's okay. I mean, yay for new characters. That's always a plus. She kind of reminds me of, oh my God, now I can't think of her name. The new character that had joined the boys in the show series. Have you watched that yet?
No, I suck also.
We have to get you that because you need to experience the boys.
Yeah.
Like, it's fantastic. I think her character's name is Starlight.
Starlight.
Or something like that. This is what she kind of reminds me
Yeah.
of. So it kind of works out really, really well. But this was a fun read. I enjoyed it. As a first issue, I'm interested to see where this goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very, very
nice.
cool. Some very interesting things, ramifications. And again, having an Infinity Stone in your chest, awkward.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right, yeah, go ahead and rub. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Dark Red.
I'm so mad.
AfterShock, Tim Seeley, Corin Howell. And it was on Tuesday, it was announced that it got optioned.
Which is awesome. Shout out to you guys. Congratulations.
Congrats.
That is mad awesome.
So it picks up where, yeah, it's gnarly. Because like Evie is in the clutches of she
The
thinks
menagerie?
yeah. And then you've got, and this is one of those that doesn't, there's not a lot of storytelling.
Right.
There's a lot of gory violence, which is my jam kind of. So you got weird creatures, the person that can turn into a rat or a crocodile. Yeah. And there's just vampire on weird creature violence.
That's always perfect.
Yeah, and that plot twist at the end was pretty sweet.
Wait.
So, because if you drink a Capri Sun, you turn into a
Oh.
Yeah.
That's problematic.
Yeah.
That's problematic.
So, highly recommend. It's only issue 9. You'll
Get
enjoy.
that, get that. I literally had too many books in my stack.
Oh yeah.
And I had to put that one down. And I was like, but it's dark red.
Yeah.
And I really want it. I was upset. That's all right. I taken a break from the X universe for a minute, and I jumped in. My buddy Danny keeps talking about how great X-Force is. Specifically trying to figure out how many times is Wolverine going to die in this whole Hickman era stuff. And I was like, well, let me see. And literally opening this up, I was like, well, that's got to count as one, right? Like that's kind of, but no, there's stuff. This whole like Hickman setup of the X universe is so very interesting. I think the X-Force like setup works the best for me.
Yeah.
In response to Xavier being assassinated, spoilers that happened many issues ago. It kind of works as a strike force, but with an interesting bent to it where they've got these rules that they got to follow. And that's the thing that is most interesting to me is how do you have X-Force, which was kind of this clandestine team that has these specific safety rules that they're supposed to adhere to. That I think is interesting. So it's kind of a fun thing. Kind of a fun thing. So
And Marvel's being aggressive with additional printings.
so
that's
good.
You might not be able to get first prints for everything. It's only
Right.
issue 5. You'll be able to get most of it though.
Be a reader. Don't be a collector.
Yeah.
First prints only matter if you're a collector.
Enjoy.
Yeah, just read some stuff. Fold it up, put it in your pocket. When it gets destroyed, come to this store and buy some more copies.
And then fold up, put it in the rocket. You keep repeating the process until I run out.
Boom. That's symbiosis. I like it. Strange Skies over East Berlin.
Jeff Loveness, Lissandro Esterin, Patricio Pesce.
This was a beautiful rap.
Damn, this was a beautiful book.
Yeah. It's heartfelt. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Like you really, excuse me, I don't think that you really understood how sweet and romantic it kind of was until you get to this issue.
Yeah.
And it's not even like it wasn't there, but the real like punch of it, you don't get till the very end. And the timeliness of it is really cool. I don't think that any other like publisher could have put this book out. Boom is really the perfect place for it.
Yeah. Let creators come in, do their thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's just gorgeous. Like the art is really ethereal. And I don't want to know the fullness of the creature.
Right.
Like I think that would just take away from the mystery of it.
I agree. And it kind of lent itself to something even more beautiful. Excuse me, because you didn't know. Like it wasn't the point.
Yeah.
It was a great backdrop. It was a great thematic point, but it was really about some of the people.
Yeah.
And that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Those are always the best stories though. When you approach like the thing that's supposed to be the main push, and it's just like this quiet thing behind you pushing the story forward. That's always cool.
That's what this one was.
Yeah. That was dope. It was a really good read.
Very, very good. It can't be over.
I mean,
it can be.
It
But
can.
I don't want it to be.
Well, here's the thing though. This is one of those things where it's almost like if they came back for more, it would lose its luster, or could lose its luster. I don't want to present or project that it absolutely would, but it could lose the magic of being this single serving
4 issues.
Yeah.
Here's the story.
Boom, boom,
Thank you.
done. We don't see that too often.
Yeah.
I think that's also a thing that I really appreciate about it. It's a style of storytelling we don't get too often. So
Very true.
it's very cool. All right, moving on to the acrylic. We've got two that are the same.
Yes.
What do you want to touch first?
Let me get Batman out of the way, which sounds bad.
I mean, but I get it. I get what you're saying.
So issue 86 of DC's Batman.
Yeah.
It's the first with Tini and the fourth on it. Tony Daniel doing the artworks for it. It's a different story. Like I'm trying to figure out how to phrase that better. You can tell it's a different creative team with a different direction.
Right.
And it initially was kind of jarring, trying to get from the Tom King mindset that I had been in. But this is more of a traditional,
very much
like
so,
Batman story, I think would be the best way to describe it. So if you've been holding off on the Tom King run just because it's not been your thing and you want more of that, just Batman versus other supervillains, this is 100% where to go.
Yeah. Even starting off, because like this is one that I started to read and then was like, I've got way too much on my plate. You definitely get a different feel because, and how would you describe it? Like Tom King's run was a little bit more
cerebral.
Yeah, like I almost said high concept, kind of. The way that he told the story was different.
Yeah.
Tynion is such a very specific style of Batman writer because when he was doing detective, he told some awesome stories, but they were very classic in their presentation. So yeah, I think like if you like more classic stuff, and maybe Tom was just a little too outside, this is a nice welcome back.
Yeah, very much
nice
so.
welcome back. Yeah. All right, so since you did your different one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, IDW, Boom Studios team up. This is cool, okay? Like literally, the mistake that I made was not reading that with a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Sugary cereal where I'm just, like it's perfect. Like the characters and their interaction when they partner up, I mean, you already know what how it's going down. You got like April and Kim, like they kind of hang out, which is cool. Donnie and Billy hang out, which is dope. You got, like it was amazing. And the best part for me personally is, again, the reverence given to the Green Ranger. It was always my favorite. And to showcase, let me just pique your interest, to showcase how dope the Green Ranger actually is, we have this person doing that thing, and there you go. So that to me, I think when it comes to the question of who is the best Ranger, Green Ranger for life, don't get it twisted. If you say anything else, you're wrong. Like I don't even know any other way to put it. Green Ranger for life. Danny, I'm looking at you. Green Ranger for life. That's all.
Fair.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Question is, do we go dark, hard-boiled noir, or do we go revisitation of a classic Marvel story arc? Because both are really good.
They are. I will say, let's go for dark story noir because this was a faster read.
It was much faster.
Way faster.
But not in any sort of sense. It was just way faster.
Okay, so we've got Dying is Easy #2, Joe Hill, Martin Simmons, IDW. Yeah, dude. Okay, before first issue, we're told that Holmes here was a cop. We're shown that Holmes was a cop.
Yeah.
And despite what anybody else says, he was pretty daggone good. That scene right there, he broke it down.
Yeah.
And I was impressed. Thoroughly impressed. Joe has talked to some people, figured some stuff out. He knows how to write some crime goodness. And there were very few jokes in this one.
Yeah.
It was still, like, it had a hint of funny.
Yeah.
But very few jokes.
Yeah, because definitely the people looking for somebody at the beginning, that conversation was cracking me up.
That was nutty.
But yeah, the real nuts and bolts of this mystery being solved really start to take place in this issue.
Yes.
Just amazing.
And it's really good. Seeing all the different things like come together. This is where like comics can really kind of lead into film. Like it plays so well, makes so much sense. And man, this was a fun read. I would love to see this in live action.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's that cool. all the characters are all on point. Like nobody is a slouch,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool. Like there's not a lazy character that's like haphazard. Even if somebody just pops in for a second, there's still like a lot of work that you can tell was put into them.
Yeah, no extraneous storytelling.
Right.
Like it's very, very laser focused.
Very. And super cool. I felt bad for this dude.
Yeah. Like,
Is that an assault?
I don't know.
I mean,
Like, I kind of, like, depending on the level of what's going on.
right?
But he was kind of
couldn't-
saying some douchey things.
I mean, he really was. And really, could Holmes know?
No.
Like, it's just his home, so he didn't know, it's kind of hilarious.
One of my favorite parts was, like, how often do you get to use that word?
I know. And how amazing would street crime be if that was part of how you had to talk? You know what? That's a story too. That's one where Shakespearean street crime, let's go. I'm all for it. Gangsters have to use Shakespearean language.
Oh my gosh, it'd be like Romeo and Juliet.
Yes! Oh my God, the Baz Luhrmann. Oh, that's a classic.
Catch these hands post haste.
Catch these hands post.
Yeah. Read Dying is easy. Number 2 to find out what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's so important.
Yeah.
So important. All right, last but certainly not least, Marvel's number 1. Alex Ross, Jim Krueger. The fact that Alex Ross is listed first, I think, is a beautiful nod.
Yeah.
Because it definitely is saying that he, as a storyteller, is a big push here.
Yeah.
Welby did the interior art, if I'm not mistaken, and it's very similar to the Jean-Paul Leon artwork of the first Earth X series, which that's what this is. Marvel's X, so good. I don't think I said X the first time. Marvel's X.
Yeah, because it is part of the
right.
the title.
So here's the thing. Let me be honest, straight up. I am such a Earth X homer. It's not funny. Like, it is literally one of my favorite comics of all time. Period. That's number 1. Jim Krueger is one of the few people that I've ever met in my career that I actually geeked out.
Oh, really?
Like, in front of. I even got teased about it. Like, there were people like, I had been on stage with like Sebastian Stan before, met Jim Krueger and was like, and people were like, how? Who is this guy? And I'm like, you don't know who Jim Krueger? See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Yeah. So the fact that they're all back to do this made me very happy. Here's the thing that I think is so freaking cool. This is early story informing newer story, which informs newest story, right? We know, okay, spoiler alert, because Earth X is like 20 years old now.
You had your chance.
You really did. Like, I don't even want to hear it. We know that all the people of Earth get powers due to the Terrigen Mist. A couple years ago, they actually integrated that into the Marvel Universe, where the Terrigen Mist, as a cloud, floated around and did this. The reference to these people reacting that way is so cool.
Oh yeah.
I was like reading that, it was a cool feature. Like the fact that the Terrigen Mists are making people cocoon and then come out. Like it's such a cool non-spoiler spoiler.
Oh yeah.
Because it's already happened that way. That's what we know. These characters, man.
That kid. Oh, like his earnestness, his innocence.
It's so real. So real. Like, I believe in his hope, in what he wants to have happen. Part of the artwork actually reminds me of Tommy Lee Edwards' work in 1985.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and that definitely is another one of my favorites. Man, I really liked this piece.
Yeah, it's so much fun. There's not a lot to spoil.
No, there's really not.
It's a very simple, very down-to-earth story that takes place within this weird world where everybody's getting powers and it's chaos because nobody fully knows what's going on.
At all. And it's kind of brilliant. Okay, so let me ask you this question. You're a little bit older than I am. And my question is, this seems like one of the most brilliant play sets. Did that ever exist?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. Or maybe Maybe for the Marvel role-playing game, the face rip system.
Okay.
Maybe fighting, agility, strength, endurance, reason, intellect, psyche.
Nice.
I think that's what some of the miniatures look like.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
It just struck me as like probably one of the coolest, cheapest play sets I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like I should make some of these.
Yeah.
I should do this. Like this seems kind of brilliant. And the action pose figure thing, I'm like, this is really kind of cool.
Yeah.
Once you read this, you'll actually understand what I'm talking about.
It'll make sense.
But yeah, it was just like the notion of very, non-techy play.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a really cool thing. I wonder if this is something that either of these gentlemen had growing up, and that's why they put it in here. The mask.
Yeah, the thought process behind it is really interesting.
It's very interesting.
Because it took me a second. I was like, why would that scare anybody? And then I realized that's not the point.
Right. And that's the thing that's really cool. I'm questioning who this person is.
I feel like there's a lot more to uncover.
I think so too. There's something about them that. No, I'm gonna straight up say it. I think I know who it is.
I'm thinking that based on.
No, that's not
Really?
even who I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not who I was thinking. Based on, let me see, these.
Oh.
I was thinking that person is not a human, but they're an android.
Interesting.
Yes, and they're very old.
Yeah.
I'll explain more later.
Okay.
But yes, for anyone that's a fan of the Earth X series, Earth X, Universe X, Paradise X, you got to jump on board with this because I hope you guys sell like a bunch of those
Hopefully.
trades. Like,
Yeah. Well, they're finally, Marvel had them out of print for a while.
they did, man.
Why would you, like, it could be me just overhyping it, but it's like, why would you not have that in Epic or Complete Collections? ready to go?
Literally, like for those people that love DC's Kingdom Come series, Earth X was Marvel's answer.
Yeah.
Like, and I would almost say greater because it was bigger than Kingdom
way
Come.
bigger.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Yeah. How long is this series supposed to last?
It's either 4 or 6.
6? Thank you for more. I was really worried that when you said 4, I'm like, no, not 4. 6. Let's get some meat here behind these potatoes. No, this was a good read.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Yeah, I was very excited because sometimes you wonder, when you go back to the well, is it gonna have the same flavor?
This one does, actually.
Yeah, super talented, super dope. Good stuff. Guys, if this is your first time checking us out and you liked us, and we know that you did because we're likable,
Like us.
Yeah,
Actually hit
literally.
the thumb button.
do that. And if you want to get this notification that we're doing this every week, because we do, click the notification and the bell for subscribers, and you get that from us all the
Notified
time.
every week.
Yeah, because we're here every week. And now it's time for us to film our super secret Patreon edition. We don't even know what we're going to do yet.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out. What we used to do, we used to just spoil an issue, which we might still do.
Yeah.
Or we might regale each other with silly stories that are amazing.
Yeah. Like Wooden Teeth Man
Oh my God. I just heard that one today.
or the Zales heist.
Y'all don't understand. These are two separate stories, and I believe all of it, and it's magic. I'm literally like we're gonna start doing a series where I'm gonna draw these characters, and I hate drawing, but I'm gonna draw these characters, and they're just gonna pop up randomly as icons on the show. Like they're just gonna just travel across the screen doing whatever weird thing that they do. I'm joking. Jeremy, stop nodding. Like that's a good plan.
No, I'm thinking
It's
about
not a
like
good plan.
the Lurker, like riding a
The
unicorn
Lurker.
that's
That's
made
a
out of a
whole nother.
Snickers
That's a
bar.
whole nother character, people. The Lurker, and what we learned today: one does not lurk. The Lurker. Okay, you do not. You don't do it.
That sounds. It's like a Fantastic Four cover. From
You
like the
don't
60s.
lurk the Lurker. Yes. Curse you, Reed Richards. I am the Lurker. You shall not lurk me. I shall lurk you. That's it's real.
Yeah.
This is the history of Comic Town, people, and it's wonderful. That's the book that we need to do. The untold history of Comic Town. Oh,
So good, so good. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next week.